Hi guys, and welcome to update 18. So, moving along. So guys, apologies first of all, because I am a week overdue on my update. So apologies for that. I had to wait for all the stuff to basically come in, but now I've got like a big tin of resin back here, clear cast, which is doing a great job at the moment. We've got just the ice placed where the windows are going to be, so we're still waiting for that guy to set up a bit. So if I just move the camera, guys, in fact I will zoom in and see if that helps. Whether or not you're actually going to see it is another matter, but it's there. In fact, you know what, we'll be right back guys. So guys, I've just taken it off the tripod just at the moment, but there you can still, yeah, you can see the shine. So we've got our ice. I've just done the sections where the windows are going to be placed. So this side's fully cured and set up, ready to go. This one's well on its way. So while that's curing over there, this one we're going to stick our window on, which is this guy right here. So we're going to stick this guy into position, clamp him up with some epoxy, let that cure. Then we can join up the second window, which will be going along this way. Once all that's done, over here we've got our plaster, so we'll build up the wall, because like so many people have said before, the walls are actually angled at Hoth. It comes outward like this. I'm not going to replicate that for all the wall, but if you can make out that line there, that's where the leading edges of the window where it comes to. So from this point onwards down, I will be angling that out. So sorry, it'll have a representation of that angle without going the whole way, because again you can just make out that line there, that's where that window is going to come to. So all that wall there will be angled along, and same with the ice effects. We'll do our carving into that, paint it white, spray it blue, and then I can start painting, not painting but applying the resin to all of it then. But yeah, it's just been a pain in the backside waiting for stuff to arrive. The only thing I've got coming now that I'm still waiting for is a soundboard. Once that guy comes, all the electronics will be just the base down there. We'll install all that. All the woodwork, that's good to go now. We've got all our L-shaped brackets. We've got some brackets here as well guys, which look pretty nice. I'll just put it in the light and then... So we've got this, which will be... This is hard to do with one hand, so forgive me. So we'll have it going up the side bracket there, because these brackets is going to have glass coming from both sides. So we'll have that there, and then we've got a bottom section here which will have that there. So that's going to be screwed to that, that's going to be screwed to that, that's going to hold that, and then for the upper section we have these guys here. So it's basically just going to attach to that like that, and then attach to the top of the tabletop, which are those sections there. Having a bit of a nightmare with that one at the moment, because all my router bits are useless. Bought some more bits, wouldn't fit. So I'm thinking I might have to buy myself another router with a 1/2 inch collet on it, so I can just get on with the mortise holes. Once that's done, I can actually pin it all together, mock up the table without the display in it, and just see if it actually does work practically as a table. So yeah, so today we're busy with resin, then we're going to be getting on with that guy down there, and we've got the other windows up there, so we're going to get them installed hopefully today, and then we can actually feel like we're actually moving along with this build, because we're in October now, only got till December. Is it going to be on time? I don't know, hopefully. All the electronics, they're good to go apart from the soundboard. So once all that's done, we can get the base sorted out. Hopefully the walls will be finished by then, and then we can concentrate on the base, putting the snow on the base and getting the walls attached. And yeah, that should be it for that one, guys. So I'll be back as soon as I've got something else to show you, so hang tight. Alright guys, we've just got the epoxy setting up now and the lights are on inside. And we've got our guy there keeping an eye on things. And I've just noticed we've got a few dribbles of glue there, but it dries clear, so that shouldn't be a problem. So got a power failure there. Stormtroopers have entered the base. But yeah, so that's that guy done. Just got to wait for that to set up. I could have done with one more clamp. Just stop that from flickering a minute. I'm running out of a battery at the moment, so it's a bit of a nightmare trying to... Oh, just lost negative. There we go. So, no, it's not having none of it today. Nope. Well, never mind guys, it works, trust me. It's just difficult to do it one-handed with a battery. So once that dries up, then we can get on with this guy here, and then it's plastering. So we'll be right back with that, guys. Okay guys, so we've got a mixture of epoxy, and we've also got some Mod Podge just on the top of the seam there, just to secure it into place. We've got our door in there, which is very rusted. Hopefully once I've sealed all these seams and gaps, and there's some gaps in the bottom as well, but that's all going to get plastered anyway. Hopefully the light will transfer through the corridor and light a little bit of this section too, because the strip is fairly big. I think it runs at least that long anyway, so it should hopefully transfer through into that corridor. I did have separate lighting in this, but I didn't really like it. It looked a bit too bright, so I decided to take that out, so hopefully it will transfer through. But yeah, that's as far as we've got so far. I'm going to let this glue set up. I'll probably won't do any more on it until tomorrow now. But that's when I'll start plastering, which will help hold this into position as well. It'll give it extra support. And also we're going to plaster down here, then redo our ice sculpture on that section, paint it all white, spray it with blue. Then it's down to the resin, where we can just literally just pour it all over, and I'm going to use a brush and brush paint the resin on here, so we try and keep these windows as clear as possible, because they are covered in snow at the moment on the inside, which is quite a nice effect. We've got our fellow up there just checking what's happening down on the base. So yeah, that'll do it for now, guys. I'll be back as soon as I've got further progress to show you, so stick around. Right guys, postman's been, and we have a 200-second soundboard, so that is all the electronics now. On another note, if the Confederate flag does offend you, look away now. The next project that I've got people excited about, I hope I can deliver on this, is the 1/16 scale General Lee. And if I just set this camera up on the tripod, we'll take a quick look at this, guys. So yeah, here we go, guys. First impressions of this kit is that it's completely naff, basically. You won't be able to do this as a show car because it's just too far gone. There's a lot of work to do on this guy. As you can see, the wheel arch. Now, the only reason I can think of that they've done this is because it's a steerable front end, and it's got clown shoes because the tyres are way too big, in my opinion anyway. I mean, these are like bloody monster truck tyres. So if I do this, so that's why I think it's like that, so it gives it space to turn. But seeing as though this car doesn't need to turn, we're going to sort that and give it the same as the rear wheel well. So there's that. Also in this kit, I don't know if it's just me or what, but there doesn't seem to be a fuel filler cap, and there's not a wing mirror, so we're going to scratch build them. We've got Whale on blasting it background for some inspiration. Chrome needs all stripping out. I just wish Revell had done a 1/16 scale charger, because it just would have been a hell of a lot better. We're going to strip this guy out because for some reason they give you these here, and you know, it looks nothing like that. Come on guys, seriously. So I'm going to have to find some mesh and just put it in there just to give it some resemblance to a Dodge Charger. The other stuff in it is okay, I guess. The seats need altering, they're wrong, so we'll just chop this section completely off, same with back, glue them on. That should be okay for that. It does give you some of these grills here, but still they're not correct. And the dashboard is just dreadful. Looks nothing like, but you know, I might be able to sand all that off. You've got massive holes here for the roll cage, which, like the this 1/24th or 1/25th scale, is too small. So whether I'm using that or not, I don't know yet. But yeah, apart from that, I think I'm just gonna have to work my magic on it, I think, guys. The hood's okay. I've got the push bar there. Don't know if I'm using that yet. I might just create my own and make it a little bigger, because I kind of like the look of it when it's slightly longer than the first couple of series where it's small. Loads of detail on the engine block. I mean, you could literally just half build this and have all the crankshaft showing, and that would be pretty cool. But I'm not going to be detailing this out completely because I'm gluing the hood down, and of course in generally fashion is going to be flying through the air. I did upload a video, I think about a week ago, of maybe doing the barn, building up the barn and having it smashing through the roof of the barn. I'm not sure, because somebody did say, sorry I can't remember who it was now, but he did say that where you're going to find a 4-door sedan in 1/16 scale, and quite right, I can't. So it's either going to be artistic license, or I will do that build, but I'll do it in 1/24th, 1/25th scale. I've probably got more chance of finding what I'm after. So moving on to the decals, or decals, or whatever you want to call them. The dreaded flag don't look. Ah! Yeah, it's way too small. That's not a problem. Because here's one I prepared earlier, where I've enlarged it to pretty much the correct size. So that's all good to go. I can just print that on white decal paper, and that's the flag sorted. A little bit more trickier with the General Lee decals. I'm afraid I'm going to have to use them, and they're just a tad too long and big, really, because if that's there, the E starts around about there and the G wants to just end there. So as you can see, it's quite a ways off. Spoke to Bill, because when I did the other General Lee, I used his decals, which were excellent. Unfortunately, he can't do a replacement for these for me, so that's left me with these. So I could maybe, well, in fact, what I could do, maybe thinking about it, is cut these letters out individually and maybe group it up a bit more, just to, so it's not so stretched out. Sorry guys. Still recovering from cold, but that's probably going to be after the X-Wing. Looking forward to it. There's lots and lots of ideas that I could do. I don't know whether I am going to do the barn. No, I've tried it out earlier before, but it's not so far off really. You probably could get away with it. And it should all match in pretty nice with each other. So yeah, that's that. I've got some card here for some templates for the wheel arch. So yeah, not an impressive kit really. It's no good as a show car. It'll have to be a stunt car because none of the details are accurate with it. So yeah, that's the General. I've got so many ideas of stunts that you could just do. You could literally just pick any episode and pick out a jump. You've got Double Stig, first season, episode 13, I think it was the last episode of season 1, where you got the creek jump. That maybe could be quite good to do that. It will have figures in it as well, like the other one. But there's Granny Annie, the railroad jump with I think it was Alan Wyatt Jr. that did that jump. He boasted that it was doing about 90 mile an hour or something when it hit the ramp. I don't know whether it would have got to 90 mile an hour with all the ballast in the boot, but you know, if he says it, he must be right. But that's such a cool jump where it hits the barrel, so the barrel's flying off and the car's going up like that. And of course you got Roscoe that just trashes the whole joint when he tries. So yeah, I do want to do the barn, but I think it might be better doing it in a smaller scale. I think that would probably work out better, because then I could do all the details properly and not just, you know, showing the car. Because to be honest, I don't think you would notice, because your eyes would be on the car and the barn. So, but still, we want to try and be professional, don't we? So if you've got any ideas, let me know in the comments. But anyway, let's get back to what we're here for. So guys, we've gone a bit further on Hoth. We've got all the seam work all blended in now with the walls. We've put our ice effects back in, our carving. So now it's just a case of letting this guy set up and then I can paint it all white again, go around with the airbrush, do some blue. I think when it comes to actually doing the resin, I'm going to mix in some snow with the resin and try and hide as much of the blue as possible but still have it fading through. So yeah, I'll take the camera off the tripod and we'll take a look around it. So we've started here and my warning light's on at the moment, so the battery's going to die any minute. Got that seam line filled in and also along that edge there. I have put a slight angle, not that much, but there is an angle there which I've run out of plaster anyway, so that'll have to do. So yeah, it's just a case of letting this guy dry and then get it painted. And that's about it guys. I think that'll do it for this update, because this is going to take a few days for this to dry, so I might as well just upload this video now and then we'll continue when it's ready to paint. So I'll catch you later guys, thanks for watching, see ya.